All right, everybody, how's it going? Man, today's an early Sabbath podcast here. Had some chores I had to get caught up on here. Man, last night was a hell of a night. Black Friday. You know that Black Friday thing is something that comes out of slavery. All right, it was like a slavery showcase, but I don't teach that type of stuff on my channel. All right, so I thought about this dude for the last couple of days. His name is Andre Bing. So this video is about getting into who this guy is. All right. And Andre Bing was the shooter at the Chesapeake Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia. All right. At that particular Walmart. All right. Something like 6 people, including himself, died. Dude went out like a chump. All right. Straight up. And for what I'm about to explain to you is no excuse. And it doesn't, what does that have to do with the employees? The motive was a personal problem that he had with some other managers. Now, reading some of the articles, and every now and then that I have to get off the YouTube because I like to read those hard articles on the internet. I read a few of the. I looked at a couple of podcasts back home, like Wavy TV 10. Actually, I'm from that area. Okay, from Hampton Roads. I grew up in Hampton, which is 20 minutes away. So, okay, uh, that's part of the Hampton Roads area. Hampton, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, blase, blase. Okay. But TV 10 News, WVEC. I read a couple of articles this morning from independent.org, NPR, and then the Washington Post. Because, okay, I didn't hear much about the guy, but what was the motive? Okay. If this guy was the type that didn't, start any trouble. He was known to keep to himself. He had no criminal record. So what made him go off on, like that? Again, the motive of what happened that day in that break room was some type of change in employment status. When they were interviewed, okay, by these news pundits and so forth, or I guess it was an investigation with law enforcement. They didn't say what it was. Okay, the dude had bought a nice house. All right, in a neighboring community, had an immaculate yard. All right, he didn't speak to his neighbors much, but his neighbors said that he was a chill dude. All right, but one of the employees said that he was a very picky manager and he would write people up for, or the employees feel that he would write people up for petty reasons. Okay, maybe he's just one of those type of managers that he's very peculiar. Okay, he's a peculiar person. He also felt that he was a target individual, and I appreciate that young man comment that you left. I did see that comment actually earlier that day on another podcast about him being a targeted man. Okay, yeah, he was being maybe made fun of or being maybe harassed or people was mocking him. Something like he had black tape on the phone. All right, so he felt that he was targeted. Well, peculiar people are targeted. All right, I'm a peculiar person and I'm targeted, but I'm able to manage. But I'm content with the situation I'm in. I do what I do and I keep doing it. And anybody is on that panel, all right, that try to go up against me, they're gonna get their head bashed in. All right, they're gonna get checked. So, I just have the spiritual motivational strength to, to be able to maneuver like that. Excuse me. Let's see how long I've been talking. About 5 minutes. I do know that his mother and his sister live in New York, and they both died of COVID. So I don't know if the dude had any family or not. All right, but apparently it seems like he really didn't have any family. It was just him and his job. Now, I made a video about this 2 days ago, and I'm just now getting into it. And I mentioned that around the holidays, because I did not have any information on the guy, I did say that I was going to go back when I had the opportunity and when I had more information. But I did say that holidays is a depressing time for a lot of people. There's job changes, a lot of people get laid off, or people cannot do the things that they need to do if they don't have the money to do so, okay? And this stuff does play on you emotionally, where people like to lay off or get fired right before the holidays, okay? To try to kind of like to humiliate people, all right? Relationships, all right? Some relationships are on the rocks, okay? But dude went out, he went out like a sucker though. And I just think that if you are like a manager or if you're in a position of public trust, you have a lot of education under your belt, a lot of responsibility. Much is given, much is required. So a man like him in his position, he's been working at that Walmart for 12 years and was a night shift manager. It's kind of like you expected to use better discernment and better judgment by doing, before doing something as heinous as that. All right. Good dude come in there, did a briefing, and then shot up, I don't know, 6 or 7 people laughing. Okay. So that's the breakdown on Andre Bing. All right. My condolences once again go to the family. There was a 16-year-old minor involved in that incident, all right, among the 6 or 7 people. And let me leave you with this, all right? I don't owe it to anybody, okay, to that panel, that gang stalker panel, to quote anything, all right? Again, I told you before and I'll say it again. I have enough life experience to say some type of truth, okay, until I can get some viable information about certain things. People will make assumptions about you or judge you maybe based on their observations on the way that you act and react to certain things, okay? And I may tend to judge or whatever, but I do think that I have enough knowledge or whatever, okay, enough wisdom to do that about 90% that I'm right. And I'm going to tell you something. In this life, you will be judged. Your rules, okay, between those gang stalker panels or NSA, your rules don't apply in my domain, okay, or in my home, all right? When you say that you set the rules, all right? Because when you get in my domain, that's my world. You play under my rules, okay? All right, that's enough talk. I'm going to go back to sleep here. Y'all have a nice day.